All right. It's really hot in here. Like, holy shit. You read the title. Get straight into it because this is late. This is meant to be out. This is meant to be out 6 hours ago. Whoops, sorry. You'll be lucky if it's out today. I've got a bit over an hour to get it out. It's fine. We're gonna make it happen. All right. You read the title. Everything happens for a reason. I've got a video, a YouTube video. Pause. Pause that shit. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go. Everything happens for a reason. Now, there's a lot of people who, especially with YouTube and, creating like content, it takes a lot of luck and, a lot of things out of their power to, blow up or, go viral. You hear, people, their excuse for not making it is, oh, people got lucky. And personally, I think that's bullshit, because if you don't put yourself out there, then you're never gonna have a chance to get lucky. It's a bit like rolling a dice, I guess. Say, for example, like 100-sided dice, and for you to blow up on YouTube, you need to roll a 72, for example. Now, if you roll it once, then your chances of landing that 72 are low, very low. But if you roll the dice, say 1,000 times, then chances of rolling a 72 once are a lot higher. And for some reason, people don't understand that it's pretty much that simple. If you work long enough and hard enough at something, the luck factor just dwindles away. Does that make sense? Like, at the start, you obviously see people blow up for whatever reason, whether they found the content gold or whatever, or they just got lucky. But you see people who have done YouTube for 5-10 years and then they blow up. Like, depending on what your content is, obviously it's obviously going to take longer, because some niches are different to others, and it is what it is. I mean, if you're going to chase trends, then obviously you're going to probably blow up a bit quicker, but that's inauthentic, and I'm all about authenticity in my content, and I believe that's the best way to make content, because it's true to yourself and you can resonate with people a lot better. Anyways, if you are consistent enough for long enough, the luck factor will just completely diminish until it's guaranteed to happen. So, if you upload every day, without missing a day for, 5 years, there's like a 99.9% chance that you'll blow up. It's just impossible not to, because you'll grow big enough to make a living. Because by your content being constantly pushed out every day, constant. It's only a matter of time before you get an audience big enough, or there's one video that you just do perfect, one video just works better than the others, or one of your old videos just blows up for no reason, because that happens in content for some reason. And the longer you're in the game, the less likely luck has a factor. And so if you're gonna, prey on getting lucky and do it for 6 months, like, even then, 6 months is really good. Like a fair amount of time. Now, obviously my content, I've been doing this for damn near 6 months, but I haven't blown up per se. I'm definitely getting some traction now, but you gotta understand that it doesn't happen overnight, and you've got to keep rolling that dice in order to roll the number that you need. Now, it's pretty much that simple. Can't talk. And you shouldn't be overcomplicating it, and especially on YouTube, you look at all the analytics and trying to optimize for views, and retention and click-through rate and all that stuff. It's like, fuck off. Just keep uploading content and keep rolling that dice. And eventually you'll roll the number that you need. It's going to happen, whether it takes 10 rolls or 10,000 rolls, you know? And you have to understand that. And that's one of the hardest things about content creation, that it's not necessarily guaranteed when you blow up. Like, you can't determine when you make it per se, but you know, it will happen eventually. Now, I've exclusively referred to content creating because it's the best example of this, but there are other aspects, you know, even in a normal job. People think, oh, I got lucky, but in order to climb the corporate ladder, you still got to put in the work, and a lot of the times you've got to put in extra work outside of hours in order to get those promotions, to get to a point where you're making a lot of money. And you know, people see you got promoted and they're like, oh, well, he just got lucky. But did he? You know, were those extra working 2 hours after work every night for 2 years lucky? Is that luck? To me, that seems like he put in the work and he got rewarded. And it kind of pisses me off that people say, oh, he got lucky. Professional sports also, like, oh, he just got lucky. But we've all got genetics. Yeah, this professional athlete may have had good genetics, but that doesn't goes to say that he didn't put in thousands of hours of work, you know, training his athletic ability so he can jump and, you know, do a windmill dunk or whatever. Like, you don't just not train and all of a sudden you can dunk. You know, the players are doing plyos and all that kind of stuff, and they're, you know, shooting the ball. So basketball players, Kobe Bryant shot that many basketballs, shot for like fucking 6-8 hours a day for years. And it's just, of course he's going to be better than his competition because he's just outworking them. He didn't get lucky. You know, there's just work. It takes effort and time that people aren't willing to put in. And if you put that time in and that effort, you're guaranteed to see results. Now, within whatever time frame, I can't tell you, but it will happen. So, luck is such a silly concept in terms of your life. And you can't rely on, you know, winning the lottery to change your life, because, you know, if you win $1 million, most idiots will just spend it. And all of a sudden they're back to where they were. It's honestly unfortunate, but people like you and me, that's different. We're going to roll that dice as many times as it takes to land on that number 72. You know, we're not afraid of how many rolls it takes. We'll sit there for years and years, keep rolling that dice, keep rolling that dice. You know, I wish I could tell people that, you know, that are sitting on their ass waiting to get lucky. Getting lucky won't have it happen if you're not prepared to set yourself up. You know, let me give you another analogy. Take example, like a fishing net, for example. If you've got a tiny little fishing net that's that big, how many fish do you think you're going to catch? What's your chance of catching a fish? Extremely small. But if you gradually keep opening your fishing net until it's fucking, you know, 100 meters wide, of course you're gonna catch a fish, and your chance of catching a fish are incredible amounts higher. You know, but do you think that fishing net, that big fishing net, took more time to make and cost more money? Of course it did. But it's better because it was, you know, the owner figured out that in order to make his returns from fishing, he's got to have a bigger fishing net. Yeah, that's about it for me, I think, for now. don't be an idiot that relies on luck to, you know, change their lives. I love the dice analogy because, again, it's not guaranteed, but eventually it will happen. After enough time and commitment, it'll happen. So be prepared to put in that time and effort and work, and don't expect it straight away, and expect it to never come. So when it does come, you're surprised, and all of a sudden that hard work has paid off. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you, and remember, life is what you make it.